What's up YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Dan and right behind me is my C5 Corvette. Today we're going to be going through my build, how much I've spent on my car, on my C5 Corvette. Also, I'll talk about where I got some of the parts from. So one of the biggest comments that I see on some of my videos are, I love your build, I'll try not to duplicate it. So I'm going to show you guys, or tell you guys, where I got some of the parts from, so that this way, if you would like to duplicate the build, go for it. All for people enjoying this car. That's why I built it. Is purely for the enjoyment, and I wouldn't change any of the mods I've done to this car. I really do like it the way it is. So let's start with the exterior of the car. I have a whole sheet here. Wide body carbon front fenders right here, and those were $1,200. Got them from Corvette Creations. Also, I have their wide body carbon rear fenders. That was $1,000. The fitment on both of them are hit or miss. I see a lot of people that say theirs fit great, mine fit okay. Did not have to bring the car to a body shop. Was able to get them on the car without needing a body shop involvement. So that's what I'd say. Okay. One of my newest mods that I just got for the car was my VIS racing hood, and that was a whole ordeal for several months trying to get this hood. The first one showed up damaged. This one I got in the car. Fitment, again, with this is a little I do like the style of the hood though. It's got a nice cowl in the middle. It's got some ventilation, which I really needed. One of the issues I was having with the Corvette was I had great airflow in, not great airflow out. So over time, as the car was continuing to run and drive, the temps would just start going up and up. So the vented hood definitely helps quite a bit. One of the mods that you guys like the most is my C7 Carbon Race Edition wing, and you guys always ask where you get that wing from. It's C7 Carbon, and it is their Race Edition. I did get the carbon fiber one. That was $550. The hood, I did not mention the price on that, or maybe I did, but $1,600. My last video that I just did, I installed my carbon diffuser from, again, Corvette Creations, just like the wide body front and rear fenders, and that was $800. I have a complete custom front lip and side skirt set up on the car, and that was made locally here by Galvez Customs, and that was $800. I really like the custom setup rather than any other aftermarket options that are out there. It really follows the body lines of the car, since I have wide body in front and also in the rear. It starts out wide in the front, narrows as it goes into the door, and then comes out again on the back side. So I really like this setup. Sleepy Eye headlight kit, got that from Corvette Innovations, and that was $500. Now, some of you guys love the wrap, some of you guys hate the wrap. I'm including the wrap figure in my build cost because realistically it is a true cost, and that was $2,800. So I know there's some people out there that would say, hey, you could get the wrap done for less, or maybe they expect the wrap to be more. The shop that I used, it's called Goon Customs. Great shop. Any issues that I've had with the wrap, they've openly fixed everything free of charge. Great guys to work with. Also had people that work in the shop with Goon, Lux Auto Detailing. They did a full ceramic coat on the wrap. Highly suggest if you can wrap your car, get a ceramic coat on it. Makes cleaning the car super simple. And last, for the exterior, is my underglow, $70. It's really nothing. And I did have it all around until I ripped out the front. So I just have the sides and back now. And I'm not really too concerned about trying to replace it at this moment. So that is all the exterior parts. And if you guys haven't seen the car, I'm actually going to show a little video on screen that outlines, you know, the car.
Just 1 week ago, we, you, the city, and all the communities around it were shaken by a truly powerful force.
So on to wheels, tires, brake, and suspension. If you've seen one of my previous videos, you know that this car does have a air ride setup. That kit was $2,850. Got it from Fitted Visions. They're a great company to work with. AirTech bags and Airlift 3P for management. And this kit really is built more for C6 Corvette, but with their help, I was able to make it work for the C5. And definitely go check out that video. It's in my videos if you're looking to install air ride on your C5 Corvette. I do have a C6Z brake setup all around, so just in the rotors and pads it was $600, and for the calipers it was $1,250. For wheels, I have a Forge Star F14 wheel setup. They are staggered, 18 in front, 18 by 10 in front, 19 by 12 in the rear. I actually have a brand new set of F14s that are going to go on the car as soon as some tires come in. With that being said, the tires I have on the car right now in the rear, I have, and the Forge Star wheels were $1,800. I don't know if I mentioned that. But the tires I have on the rear are R888s. Hate them. Not a fan whatsoever. I had Mickeys before. I like the Mickeys way better. But those were $900 a set. They're not cheap tires in any way, shape, or form. In the front, I just have some Nittos. That was $375. Honestly, not even sure what the actual, you know, I guess type they are, whether G2s or NTs or whatever they are, but they're $375 for the front, and they've been pretty reliable. For suspension, I also have a complete poly bushing setup, and that was $195, and then an aftermarket sway bar setup in front and rear, and that was $300. So that sums up for the wheels, tires, brakes, and suspension. For interior, I have Cypher seats. They're $800. I actually really like the Cypher seats. A lot of people go with the Carbos. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Feel free to kill me in the comments if I'm not. For the seats, I also have the brackets. And those were $395. Also have their seat belt setup, which was a 5-point harness, and that was $330. And then I have a Kraus harness bar, which was $450. I tried to stay with something that was already set up for the C5 rather than trying to make something that was a universal product work for this car. So that's why I think I probably paid a little bit more than other people have paid when it comes to the seat setup, but I really do like it. For sound system, I got the entire sound system from watching Taylor Ray's video when he had his C5 Corvette. he had an MVX sound system, and it's a budget sound system, but actually sounds really, really good. And that with the head unit, and I have a 12-inch sub in the trunk, was $1,300. My carbon fiber steering wheel, that was $800, and I have a boost gauge and a wideband. I have a dual wideband setup actually. That was $425. Okay, so we spent a lot of money on the exterior, the wheels, tires, brakes, and the interior, but none of that makes the car go fast. And this car is pretty quick. So this is where I spent a lot of money on the car. So now we're going to talk about engine and drivetrain. So about a year ago, I blew up the LS1 that was in this car. I needed a motor. I actually found this motor locally. A guy who was selling it was sitting in his garage, and I got an absolute steal on the motor. I paid $4,800 for an aluminum LS3 that was bored out to a 408. It's completely forged, and it was set up with a 24-time reluctor wheel, so it was perfect to go into the C5. I did have to swap out a few things to make that motor ready to go in, and that was the balancer. I went to an ATI balancer. That cost me $400, or actually $450. And then, since I'm boosted, I wanted to go with the ARP head studs, not the bolts. I had the bolts on my LS1. I think that's what caused them to fail, because it really wasn't meant for a boosted car. Along with upgraded gaskets, and that was $400 between the head studs and the upgraded gaskets. Went to LS9 gaskets. Now, this car is supercharged. As I mentioned, we are boosted. That was $5,000. So I have the ECS Novi 1500 kit, and with that, I also have their fuel system and their methanol injection setup. So for just the supercharger, it was $5,000. For the fuel system alone, it's $800, and then for the meth system, it is $600. And I'm on pure M1, VP M1. This is the stuff right here. I love it. Got a whole bunch of cans underneath there. All right, and then header and exhaust. That was $1,400. Now, in order to have this level of power, you need to have a strong enough transmission. I do have a Performa-built transmission. That was $3,950, and it is capable of hold up to 900 wheel. We're at like 743-ish right now, so still not maximizing what the transmission can hold. So we might continue to move the power up just a little bit. And the last modification is the tune, and the tune was $600. So in total, I spent $40,490 on this C5 Corvette. Yeah, it's a lot of money, and that's just purely in parts. That does not include any sort of labor whatsoever. So if you're going to have a shop do all this work, you're probably looking at, $40,000 just in labor. They do a motor swap, they do a transmission swap, wide body kit. I mean, it's a lot of work. I've built this car over the past 3 years, so that $40,490 was not all in one shot. So got the car in May of 2018. Now it is November 2021. So a little bit over 3 years. Been building this car, and like I said, it's been worth every single penny I put into it. At least in my mind, I know I'll never get back any of the money that I've invested into it in any way, shape, or form. But it really, makes me smile when I see the car. People love it. At car events or car shows, they really do love the car. They love the way it looks. So I really get an enjoyment out of that. And I have 2 boys. They love the car as well. So I definitely wouldn't change anything about it. So that's it. That is my C5. If you guys like the C5, you want to see more of the action, please subscribe. In the next video that I'll be putting out, actually going to do some 60-130 times probably. I got the draggy setup going, tested out, everything works good now. So real excited to put some numbers down with the car and see what happens. Beyond those R888s in the rear, which I'm not too fond of, but we'll make it work. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please, again, subscribe, comment, like, tell me what you want to see, and I'll see you guys on the next one.